All right. Our next question comes from Casey. Casey says, hello. Hello, Casey. Heard you mentioned homeschooling. My wife and I are just starting out with the Flip Your Life community and looking to jump into the homeschooling realm, specifically elementary level. We have 3 young daughters, and our oldest starts kindergarten level next month. Any tips, suggestions as we start our journey? So, Casey, help me out here just to give me some clarification. I'm going to talk about this from both angles. But I want to know if you mean you're going to homeschool or you want to get into homeschool, like maybe teaching people how to do homeschool stuff as you kind of go through your journey. Okay. All right. So homeschool is very interesting right now. When we're recording this, it's July of 2020. And as we all know, the coronavirus pandemic has been a world-changing, life-altering event for everybody involved. I think we're both perfect. I think we're coming out on the other side. I think we're all starting to learn how to get a handle of this. I think we're all learning how to kind of filter out like what's the scary stuff and what's the real stuff. And we're all realizing like, hey, something's going on. We're going to have to adjust our life for a while. We're working on it. Everybody's confused, but we've all got to take this seriously. And governments are really taking this seriously to the point where many states are not doing school. Like they're literally going virtual school, and they can call it virtual school all they want, but it's the parents who are at home teaching the kids. It's homeschool. It's what it is. It's what it's all going to be, like 100%. And I personally am making a huge shift in our education company. We're building a homeschool site right now to where we can offer homeschool plans. My wife Jocelyn and I, we did homeschool for a year, and the year before last, I think it was like 2018 to 2019. And, we learned a lot. It was really hard. It was really, really, really hard. Like, you've got to be disciplined. You've got to be able to lead your kids in a different way, because you got to put on your teacher hat and your parent hat. And hats off to all homeschool people, because it is tough. It is really, really hard to run a business, run your school at your home, and get your kids educated and all those things. And I think that what's happened from this pandemic, education's never going to be the same. There's going to be virtual school forever. Like, you're going to have the choice. It's going to happen. We can all see this coming, right? Even if 70% of kids go back to school in the fall, 30% are going home. And it's going to be the most kids that have ever been virtually schooled or homeschooled in the history of this country. It's going to happen, period. Okay. Now, how am I, as a business owner, going, ooh, great opportunity? Well, whenever I see an emerging market, I want a piece of the pie, right? So I right now have a homeschool site called ushistoryteachers.com. I sell lesson plans to schools. We're in hundreds of school districts around the country. We've taught tens of thousands of children over the past almost 10 years, United States history. That's what I was before I started my online journey. I was a social studies teacher. I taught U.S. history in public schools in a rural county school in Kentucky. And, I know my stuff. I'm a trained historian. I have a master's degree in teaching. I was trained as a history teacher. That's what I wanted to be my whole life. And so I actually created I wrote a textbook. I wrote an entire textbook. My team came on and we started building more lesson plans, and we've created something like 6 million words of copy are inside of this product now. It's ridiculous how big it is. And what Jocelyn and I realized as we started our homeschool journey a couple years ago was that we really didn't know how to teach our kids some of the subjects. I mean, we can be as smart as we want. I'm not going to know everything about everything, right? And what we really recognized was the system that it would take. Like, what if I was a parent and I truly needed to let my kids sit in the computer, hit play, go through the process, and by the end of it, I'd get an email to know if they knew the subject matter or not. So we are in the process of creating that for our history curriculum. We're just converting it over into a homeschool site, and hopefully this will start a bigger homeschool platform that we want to create in the future. So if you are in the homeschool market right now, there's going to be millions of people coming into it over the next year or two. It could be a great opportunity if you do it right. I would definitely focus on virtual learning and how to make kids use technology, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to have some resources about getting tutors for your kids during the day to guide them through things. And there's a lot of resources out there. So I think there's a big opportunity in the homeschool market right now. If you're going into that, you need to have some kind of angle, because where the people go, the money goes, and where the money goes, the marketers go. So they're coming. You got a minute. I've given you your blue ocean for about 5 minutes, so go get it, right? But that's what we're doing in the homeschool market. We're all going to have to learn how to do some virtual schooling and homeschooling in the future. So it's going to be a really wild time, Wild West time in the homeschool world. All right, let's grab another success story. Today's success story comes from Brendan Hufford. Brendan was just on the podcast. We want to check out that. If we could drop an episode link to Brendan's podcast, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, that'd be awesome. Brendan says, for anyone who heard our recent interview on the Flipped Lifestyle podcast, I wanted to follow up that I launched my recurring membership and we're already at 4 figures a month. I've been trying to get Brendan Hufford to launch this membership for years. Look what happens when he does. He gets hundreds and hundreds of dollars in his pocket every single month. Give everybody a launch is a big deal, man. We celebrate Tesla or Elon Musk launching metal into space. Let's celebrate Brendan Hufford launching his membership and creating a new future for his family. Give me a standing ovation over in the chat room for Brendan. That is absolutely awesome, dude. Love you, brother. Appreciate you, man. I'm so grateful that you're in our community, and I'm really thankful for that. And I can't wait to see where that goes. Now that you're launched, so you got a new goal. Now you got to get on the Membership Masters podcast, right? You got to get that thing. You got to get that thing rolling, man. You got to go get you 500 plus members so you can get over on Membership Masters. Make that happen. That's what you got to do, bro. It's amazing, man. Awesome stuff. Hey, y'all, Shane Sams here from the Flipped Lifestyle podcast and flippedlifestyle.com. My wife, Jocelyn, and I are former school teachers who figured out how to make our entire living on the internet. And now we help other families do the same. Thank you so much for listening to today's featured online business question from a real member of the Flip Your Life community. I hope that you enjoyed today's show and that it helped you get unstuck and take your next steps in your online business journey. Have you ever had a question about online business, making money online, or becoming an internet entrepreneur? My wife, Jocelyn, and I have helped thousands of people start, build, and grow their own online businesses and create stable, predictable, recurring revenue for their family. We would love to help you and your family too inside of the Flip Your Life community. Each month, we host live members-only Q&As where we help you get unstuck and move closer to your family's dream. We would love to see you on our next Q&A inside of the Flip Your Life community. All you have to do is go to flippedlifestyle.com/free. That's flippedlifestyle.com/FREE. And you can sign up for a 30-day free trial to the Flip Your Life community. That's going to give you access to every single course, every single community forum, and 2 member calls every single month where you can come and ask questions live. That's flippedlifestyle.com/free. Go sign up for your free trial today. That's all I've got today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode of the Q&A with S&J. Tell us what you think about today's show in the comments or go leave us a 5-star review. And tune in every single week for the Flipped Lifestyle podcast, where we help a real member of the Flip Your Life community one-on-one, and then we air that conversation live for everyone to hear. Remember, all you need is 100 people to pay you $50 a month to make $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. That's enough money to flip your life and change your family future. Until next time, get out there, take action, and do whatever it takes to flip your life. We'll see you then.